Canyon and Amarillo High girls basketball have been on a collision course. Saturday in Snyder, those two sides collided. A couple of those veterans in the linebacking corps working their way back from injuries. Danny Trevathan and Brandon Marshall.
Requires a suit, gloves, a helmet, and a need.
But of course, you can let the records blow away with the wind, because in a rivalry like this,
We like to say he had put up video game type numbers, but for Nazareth Jake Gerber, the video game stuff doesn't just stay in the football field.
You know why they're so mean?
Why?
Because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
on the contrary, Riley could not stop singing Schaefer's praises, said it's a guy that's really benefiting.
The Rangers invited myself and the whole town of Perryton out on a Friday night for their first practice with pads. They did the Oklahoma drill, and they got after it, and that was all I needed to see.
It's safe to say the Dumas coaching staff wants to get Hernandez the ball more, meaning Demon fans could wind up seeing a whole lot more Paul Hernandez on the field.
We'll hear from the mullet man himself, Mike Gundy. Oklahoma State head coach Sasha Watson in that semifinal thrived off of the CSU Pueblo student section that was raining boos upon her.
There's nothing glamorous about the muscles that allow you to lift nearly twice your body weight. That's I'll show you.
Meet the Amarillo Bulls' leading goal scorer, a.k.a. the Piano Man.
You have like all these, emotions with hockey. It can go really well, it can go bad, and it's kind of fun to have a different avenue that's not sports or something that you can go to kind of release some of the emotions or tension that you have built up.
John Russell has been skating since he was about 2, picked up the piano in the 2nd grade, but his love for the keys took off in middle school when he swapped Mozart for Legend.
People may think they're pretty and nice, but no one sings along. So I kind of like playing music that people really enjoy.
Not really something you expect to hear from a hockey player.
No disrespect to our players, but we're tough guys, and not necessarily known for some of the other things away from the ice that John's so unique for.
It's definitely kind of a fun thing to pull out and be like, hey, like I can do this, and I'm a hockey player.
While an athlete with a second talent isn't a new concept, very few get the opportunity to provide the what moment like Russell did when he sauntered up to the stage at the Bulls' dueling piano charity event earlier this season.
Kind of took a lot of people by surprise, I think, and it's just, it's a lot of fun. You feel pretty good about yourself afterwards.
You can hear the mumbling in the room, and like, is this kid really this good? And then he took off, and even the guys that were hired to play the piano that night were kind of blown away.
Amarillo is Russell's 5th city in 3 years, but no matter where he goes or how far from home he is, the music stays with him.
Moving away from home, I was 15, and I couldn't bring my piano with me, obviously, but I still wanted it, so we found a $50 keyboard at a garage sale, and I still keep it to this day and bring it with me because it's just something I love doing.
In Amarillo, Dave Edgecomb, KAMR, Local 4 Sports. Travis Schulte doesn't want to be a cheerleader in the huddle. That's not what his players need.
If I'm cheerleading over there in timeouts and huddles, that we're probably in trouble. It's good to have it as a team. You see that this isn't something that we're trying to do as individuals. It's something that we're doing together.
That approach has taken on a whole new meaning of late for Travis after his 8-year-old daughter Tatum was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a rare bone cancer, at the beginning of the season.
They looked at the x-ray and told me that that was an abnormal looking bone, and that they felt like there was a really good chance it was cancer. And kind of a turn your world upside down type of meeting.
With the diagnosis came countless doctor's appointments both here in Amarillo and in Houston at the Texas Children's Hospital. Basketball became an afterthought.
I've told the kids this, and I've told my coaches, I didn't do a very good job there for a little while, just because it was always in the front of my mind every day in practice, and whenever I was thinking about her, the whole practice, it was hard to get dialed into it and give what I think I need to give to it.
Things changed for Coach Schulte when his other team got a game plan.
We always put things in perspective as game plans, just like he said, and we hate losing. and we're not going to lose. You know, we're here to win, and that's the mentality that we have.
Tatum has just begun her second wave of chemotherapy, and while she won't be able to play the sport she loves anytime soon, like a true team player, she's found a different role to excel in.
I like to wear my cheerleading suit, and I like to cheer.
That's right.
For Daddy and the boys.
For Daddy and the boys.
Because in the family huddle, that's exactly what the Schultes need.
She's been such a trooper through this whole thing that she just knows that this is the process that it takes to get us to the other side of this, which we know we're going to get to.
In Canyon, Dave Edgecomb, KAMR Local 4 Sports.
West Texas A&M softball has had some really good softball players roll through Canyon, including multiple All-Americans. Lacey Taylor was the most recent of those All-Americans, and today, before their first game, the Lady Buffs honored Taylor, who's now an assistant coach with WT. Not a bad way to honor her either early on. Already up 3-0 in the first, Shani Starkey goes boom. Call it elevated and celebrated. First quarter, Rams come out firing. Junior Ramirez on the keeper, finds a seam, and then he's running like he snatched a pie off a windowsill. 47-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Portales in a flash. In 3A, the only thing standing in front of Canadian in a trip to the state tournament, wall. No, not a wall. Never mind. First quarter action. Cats Haven Risley with the steal and back the other way for the lay-in. We'll start on number 10. Weiss' second shot on the par 4. And if you like golf, you'll like this. Within feet of the cup, he'd birdie the hole. Gunter's first play from scrimmage. That's Bill Ketting on the strip sack. Brendan Wyatt falls on it. First and goal from the 10 for the Cats. Final seconds of the first quarter. Trinity's Ethan Duncan from about 40 feet away. You get a car. Let's go fifth inning. They add to it. Austin Moya puts good aluminum on that. Off the wall for an RBI double. Arbuckle slinging to Michael Andrews, who evades a tackle, walks the tightrope, and then brings it down inside the 5 and into your living room. State title point for the Falcons. Allie Gandy serving for Bushland, and she comes up aces. The Falcons are your 4A state champs. Then it's Chavlovich, jumper, like good conditioner, so silky and so smooth. Chav had a team high 28. Buffs win 82-72.